Hello. Hello. Uh, Good morning, everybody. I am Dr. G.S. Khadekar, Professor and Head Department of Mathematics, Rashtrasant, Tukadoji, Maharaj, Nagpur University, Nagpur, and Dean, Faculty of Science and Technology, Rashtrasant, Tukadoji, Maharaj, Nagpur University, Nagpur. Good morning, everybody. First of all, I am very much thankful to the organizer who gave me this opportunity for delivering the talk on the topic interdisciplinary recent research trend. This topic is very difficult for me, but Kalpana Pawar knows that I am working in the general theory of relativity and cosmology. That is the topic related to the physics. And on the basis of that, maybe she invite me for this webinar. Before starting the webinar, I just salute the Shivaji Section Honorable Chairman of the Shivaji Education Society, Amravati, Sri Harshvardhan Deshmukhji, Principal of the College, R.R. Lahoti Science College, Morsi, Dr. G.R. Tadas, Convener of the program and IQSA Coordinator, Dr. Kalpana Pawar, my dear all participant of this webinar, teacher, researcher, and my dear student. Today I am going to talk on the very different issue. The theme of the topic of today's webinar is interdisciplinary recent research trend. So it is a very difficult topic for me, but I will try to speak something about that one. So what are the problems in the interdisciplinary research trend nowadays? And what are the advantages and what are the disadvantages of this topic? Before giving the lectures, before delivering my talk, I am just show that this my slides is very different, and that different. I talked to yesterday Prawar madam related to that concept. Ki before talking in the interdisciplinary recent research trend, I just talk on the overcoming challenges in online research, teaching, and learning. So these are the very different scenario and very needed scenario nowadays uh, in the teaching and learning process. Being the man of mathematics as well as working in the field of physics, I know that some slogan of the Albert Einstein because I am working on the theory of general theory of relativity of Einstein, special theory of relativity of Einstein, some alternative theories of gravitations and so on. So Einstein quoted a very important slogan that is, a person who never made a mistake never tried anything new. So this is a very important thing. If you are not doing any mistakes, you don't do that or anything. And the important thing is not to stop the questioning. This today's scenario, just I will exchange my views and then we talk on the overcoming challenges in online research and training. Before that, we see that one. We go to the interdisciplinary research train. We just slide together about we just focus on the overcoming challenges in online research, teaching and learning. What are the challenges nowadays in online research? Challenge online overcoming challenges in online research, teaching and learning. What are the advantages of the online research? What are the advantage of the online teaching? What are the advantage of the online learning? And what are the simultaneously disadvantage too? So these are the very important concept nowadays, and we are going to adopt that one. You know that when the British Empire came in the India, at that time the Indian people doesn't know about the tea, चहा आपल्याला माहित नव्हता. We don't know about the tea. And that the Indian Empire, British peoples is forced to the tea, Indian people. You know, you take the tea And they see in the morning tea, we take the evening tea also, and then the Indian people is habituated for these things. So similarly, I am telling about that one. Nowadays, this is the need of the due to the Corona or COVID-19. This is the need today's need of online teaching and learning. Maybe your next session will be start by using this concept, that is online teaching and learning process. So I am just telling about the little bit 10 to 15 minutes. I just take about challenges in the online learning and online teaching, and how to do the online research also, because nowadays the online research is very important. We don't go directly to the with the institute. We don't go uh, we don't we don't go personally. uh, it is not, nowadays it is not possible. But online teaching, suppose that you are in this place, and your colleague or your author or your mentor or whatever it may be, your collaborator, maybe in the different location, then you can easily do the research online also. Now you see here the very important things in the higher education. Indian higher education system. India's higher education system is the world third largest in terms of the student, next to China and United States. This is very important things. Indian higher education system is a very big education system in the world. You say that it is the third in the as per the number is concerned. In future, India will be one of the largest education hub. India's higher education sector has witnessed a tremendous increase in the number of the universities or university level institutions and colleges since independence. So these are the very important things that I'm going to share with you. Although there have been a lot of challenges to the higher education systems of India, but equally have a lot of opportunity to overcome these challenges and to make higher education system much better. In the higher education system again, India provides highly skilled people to other countries. You know that maximum people come from maximum people taking the higher educations in Indian education system, and they will go abroad. They will settle abroad. They will just use our skill in the abroad. The same thing as India provide highly skilled peoples to the other countries, and therefore it is very easy for India to transfer our country from a developing nation to the developed nation. So we are going to develop still today in the underdeveloping, but this time is very you know that we can easily go from developing nation to the developed nation due to the education policy of Indian system, Indian education system. How the online education, online learning, online teaching to highlight the challenges and to point out the opportunity in higher education system in India. So these are the questions. Now, I told that what is online learning? What are the advantages of the online learning? What are the disadvantages of the online learning? Why online learning we are going to adopt? These are the things. So that I'm just going to share in short. The advantages and challenges in teaching and learning is an online environment. So that is the very important things. These are the advantages of challenge and learning in the online. Advantages and challenges in the teaching and the learning is an online environment. My dear participant, what is the online learning? This is a very important and very simple terminology. Very simple definitions I am going to share with you. The term online or the term distance learning include the number of computer assisted interactive method. So it includes the number of computers. So if you see the online terminology, it means that you are in the one locations, the other persons on the other location, but through the internet, through the computer. So these are the different types of systems that is called online system, distance learning system. It includes a number of computer assisted interactive method. Online teaching and learning is the faculty delivered instruction via internet. This is a very simple definition. Online teaching and learning is the faculty delivered instruction via internet. So this simple terminology we are going to use in nowadays. We are going to use in future also, because this is the need of the today's scenario. This is the need of the today's scenario. Two parallel processes take place in the online learning. Number one, student become more active and more reflective learner. So see here, due to this online process, the student become more active and more reflective learner. Similarly, student and teacher are engaged in learning through the use of technology and become more familiar by using it. So you just see here, I just put a very simple example. I have the mobile, but I am not using a maximum feature of the mobile. But my daughter, she is very small, and she is using that one thoroughly. She knows each and every aspect of this, or each and every configurations, or each and every points inside the mobile. So the question is that how that people will be understand as compared to the we our old people. The problem is they are very smart. They know the technology very well as compared to we people. They know the technology very in a good sense as compared to the we people, and that's why. So adoptions of or exception adoptions, or we adopt this terminology, we adopt this online learning systems nowadays very important. So this is the one thing. Advantages of the online education. It is a very simple thing. There are so many advantages, but I just quote only three. Easy access to global resources. Learning through the multimedia presentation. Number one, easy access to the global resources. We can easily access the global resources. You are in one location, your co-author will be on the other location, or we are collaborator will be on the other location, and you can easily do the online learning, online teaching, online research, and this is easy accessible nowadays due to internet process, due to computer, and due to the new technology adopted by we people. Learning through the media presentation, sorry, learning through the multimedia presentation, accessible for non-traditional students. And nowadays, more and more students are interested in the online learning. So these are the simple four advantages of the online learning system, online education, online teaching, and online research system. Now you see here advantages of the online learning again. There are some another advantages. Number one, they change from passive to the active learner. So these are the one of the best advantages. They change from passive to the active learner. Online education is able to provide learner with flexible learning environment from any location as they have good internet connectivity. If there is a good internet connectivity, then you can easily do that one online education system. So online education is able to provide learners with flexible learning environment from any location as they have the good internet connection. So these are very important things. Internet connection is very good, and if it is not, then the online learning system, online education systems may be likely to be failure. And the third point is very important. This education system is very low cost basis system. Online degree program cost is less than the campus based degree program cost, because you can do your degree, you can take your degree in online process. So there is not necessary to come to the campus. There is not necessary to come to the education place. Just you interact to each and every one through online, and therefore, and only because of that, the cost of that is very less. It means If you take the online degree program, then the cost is very less as compared to the campus degree program. So this is a very big advantage of the online learning system. But on the same way, there are some disadvantages. Now, what are the disadvantages? I quoted only three here. Number one, lack of accreditation and low quality. So that you can easily understand. So lack of accreditations and the low quality. Number two, little or no face-to-face interaction. As a man of mathematics, and when I start the learning or teaching through online process, being the man of mathematics, it is not possible for me because in some subject, in some areas, online learning is not too much important or too much. We can say it is no. We don't get some advantages from that one because the subject like mathematics, if you start the learning or if you teach the learning of mathematics subject, mathematical equations on the board, then you student easily understand. For example, we can take the any equations, linear equation, differential equation, equations of the complex equation, that is a complex number or whatever it may be. And if you see the simple differential equation, and when you solve the differential equations on the board, the eye of the student and the hand of the teachers are simultaneously going on the board, and the student is watching your hand as well as the expressions, whatever it may be, you just put up on the board or you write on the board. This interactions is very important in online teaching, but particularly importance in the offline teaching, in particular subject like mathematics. So in mathematics, it is very difficult, but nowadays the people can do that one. But research is possible because you know that the research terminology, you know each and everything about that one, and then you can collaborate with the other people. He say that we do in that way, then accordingly we can develop our model in the sense of research, in the model of the research can possible because one party and another party, both the party knows that one what is the communication between these two one, and therefore the research, some higher learning is also possible in some extent, not in the every extent, but in some extent is possible. But nowadays this is the need, and therefore we are going to adopt the online teaching. So another disadvantage is intense requirement for self-discipline. So this is a very important disadvantage. Some advantages is okay, but some disadvantages is also there. But three very important challenges in the online teaching. Number one, effectively structuring online courses. So we can easily, these are the very important challenge because when you go on the online teaching or online learning, we have to design the course very effectively structuring online courses, creating community in the virtual classroom. So the concept of the virtual classroom nowadays comes in the picture from in this century. But virtual classroom is okay. You can just you are in the Nagpur or you are in the different location, and the person is doing the some class in the another location. You can easily access that one, creating community in the virtual classroom. So these are the very important challenge before the online teaching or online learning. Facilitating and encouraging online discussion. This is very important. Facilitating and discussing the online discussion. And then challenges for the instructor also, familiarity with the online environment, capacity to use the medium to its advantage, being available to the student on an extended basis electronically. This is a very important challenge to before the instructor, providing quick response and feedback to the students. So these are the some challenges before the teacher, before the instructor, and these challenges is undercomes in the online teaching learning process. Difficulties can be overcome by employing such technique. Become familiar with the technology used in your online courses. We are very. This is very important difficulties. Become familiar with the technology used in your online courses. So this is very difficult for the senior person. Use online medium to your advantage and keep connected with the students. So these are the difficulties can be overcome by the employing such techniques. And lastly, I just conclude that one, but this is the conclusion of my overcoming challenges in the online learning. And after that, we just start the main approach, main themes, today's themes about the interdisciplinary recent research trend. So the conclusions is through the online education, people can have access to the educational program from the best university in India and abroad. We can easily access, and from your home you can easily access to the best university in India and abroad. People can save their time and study at at the time which is most convenient from them. We can easily save our time, your money, your transport, and all these things. Regarding the foreign language, people can find a teacher from different countries in the world and take a lesson at the most suitable time from them without leaving home. So this third point is very important because in some country they are using his own language. For example, China, for example, Japan, for example, Russia, they are not using English. And so if you, even Germany also, if you go to the Germany, Japan, because I visited several countries, so I know that if you go to the country, then the most important thing is that the language problem. So to go to that country for the business purpose, for the employment purpose, for the student, as a researcher, to go to these types of country, the language is a very important factor. But nowadays it is very simple. You can learn, you can teach, or you can access that types of language from the different location, from the different countries, from the different teachers, from the different mentor. And this is possible through the online process. And thank you for listening me the very different topic. And now I'm going to jump on the main topic, today's topic of the webinar. Maybe that topic was boring for you because I am not so expert in the interdisciplinary, but I did my work in the interdisciplinary scenario because I am working in the mathematics. I'm the teacher of mathematics and I'm working in the field of general theory of relativity and cosmology. This is a branch of physics. I know the classical mechanics. Being the man of mathematics, I know the engineering side also because I'm coming here and from the engineering. I know I was 12-year teacher in the engineering background. So I know the applied mathematics also. I know the pure mathematics also. I know the applied physics also. So that's why this topic is little bit simple for me. But I am not very much expert in this interdisciplinary recent research. But I am doing some papers with the collaborations with the another people, those who are in the different background. But that is the applied physics or applied chemistry also. So today we are discussing about this very important aspect, that is interdisciplinary ascent research trade. This is today's topic, challenging for me. Before that one, I just elaborate some definitions because interdisciplinary connected to the number of definitions, number of areas. For example, interdisciplinary is related to the intradisciplinary, cross-disciplinary, multidisciplinary, interdisciplinary, then transdisciplinary. There are several definitions and each and every is interconnected. For example, intradisciplinary. This is a very simple definition. That is, intradisciplinary means what? Working within a single discipline. So if you work within a single discipline, then it is the intradisciplinary. I will just put some example in my next slide. Then you can easily understand what is the interdisciplinary. Another thing is the cross-disciplinary. Cross-disciplinary means viewing one discipline from the perspective of another. So just the cross, the viewing one discipline from perspective of the another. So you can cross it. So this is the concept of the cross discipline. Means one discipline cross to the another discipline. So you make it the cross-disciplinary. Multidisciplinary is the branch. These are that is physics, chemistry, mathematics, economics, social science, uh, science. These are all types of combinations. That is people from different discipline working together. There are people from the different discipline. The people from the different discipline working together, each drawing on their disciplinary knowledge. So these are the very important aspect that is called multidisciplinary. Multidisciplinary means you just take the combinations of all types of subject. You can take physics, you can take geology, you can take microbiology, you can take physical, biochemistry, biotechnology, the all types of discipline, even the subject from the art, even the subject of the commerce, even the subject from the engineering side, even the subject from the medical side. You can just see these types of discipline, the people from the different subject in different discipline working together. And that concept is and we get it something new. We get it something new with the combinations of that discipline. That is called multidisciplinary aspect. And then the very important thing. This is today's topic. That is interdisciplinary. What is the interdisciplinary? Interdisciplinary is the integrating knowledge and method from different disciplines using a real synthesis of approach. That is integrating knowledge and methods from different disciplines. We can take the knowledge and some methods from the discipline. For example, I am mathematician and I just take the tool of physics. I just take the tool of chemistry. I just take the concept of the thermodynamics of the chemistry in my result. So we are doing this result. We are facing this problem. We are doing this research in the sense of interdisciplinary nature means I just adopt some new concept. I just adopt. For example, I am working in mathematics and I am just doing the Hubble relations. That is Hubble is the concept of the Hubble parameter, the concept of the fluid dynamics, the concept of the mechanics, the concept of the any other thermodynamics. These are from the different discipline we can adopt. Quantum theory is there. We can take the concept of the different discipline and related to my mathematical concept, we can form the new things. We can develop the new things. We can develop the new area by using this concept. This is under the interdisciplinary nature. Now you see the process. This is a very important chart I am going to share with you. Maybe you can understand. In the first horizontal line, I just take the disciplinary research process. What are the disciplinary research process and what are the interdisciplinary research process? In the disciplinary research process, topic or research question is the first thing. Then we jump to the literature review. This is the disciplinary because we are working in the same discipline. You see, if you are working in the same discipline, then in this process, the topic or research question is the first thing, then literature review, then research design, then data collection, analysis and interpretation. This is under disciplinary research process. And then dissemination. So disseminations means publicity. We can say the prasar. We can say the disseminations means topic research question, literature review, research design, data collection, analysis and interpretation, and then dissemination. But in the interdisciplinary research process, little bit is different. What is that one? The topic of research question is same as compared to disciplinary research areas. But in place of the literature review, here is integrative literature review. It is not the literature review because literature review in the same discipline is different. But if you jump to the interdisciplinary, then it is the integrative literature review. This is very important. So integrating literature review is the little bit difference as compared to the disciplinary research process. In the interdisciplinary research process, this concept is come that is integrative literature review, not the only literature review, it is integrated literature review. In the disciplinary research process, research design is there. But in the interdisciplinary research process, one thing is very added, new thing is very added before the research design, and that is called new understanding. Because integrative literature review connected to the new understanding, because here you get it the new understanding. In the disciplinary research, we don't get new understanding. You get the subject knowledge, you get it the same subject knowledge. But when you jump in the interdisciplinary research process, you get the new understanding. So this is the very important role of the interdisciplinary areas, interdisciplinary research process. Then you can see that the research design, this is also in the disciplinary research, and this is also in the interdisciplinary research process. Data collection, analysis, and interpretation is also there, and dissemination is also there. So, what are the new things we have to added? So, two things very important. Number one, integrative literature review. This is added in the interdisciplinary research process, and new understanding. So you can easily understand from this process. So what is the difference between the disciplinary research process and interdisciplinary research process? So you can easily understand. It's just a simple mathematical block I am writing. I am just putting here, and by using the simple mathematical block, you can easily understand this 5 blocks in the disciplinary research process and 6 block in the interdisciplinary research process. So only mathematically 2 block is increases. One is integrative literature review, and another is new understanding. This is the two different block, different square, different entries in the interdisciplinary research process. Other thing is as it is. There is nothing new. Means you can say that this is the process, disciplinary research process, and this is the interdisciplinary research process. Next, I just see here again interdisciplinary research process. So there are the in the interdisciplinary there are the 3 different areas: discipline A, discipline B, discipline C. In this, I just quoted one thing. So what the under the discipline A is written? Disciplinary insight based on the data produced through disciplinary methods. So this is the all things is given in the same way. That is disciplinary insight based on data produced through disciplinary method. So discipline A, disciplinary B, and discipline C. These are the 3 disciplines connected to the integrative literature review that I have told in the previous slide. If you go in the previous slide, this is the integrative literature review. And this integrated literature review is connected here, integrated literature. So this 3 different discipline is connected to the integrated literature review, evaluating and integrating the insight from disciplines A, discipline B, and discipline C. I told that in the previous slide. So new understanding comes in the picture. So the new understanding means what? The new understanding means new concept or new question. New understanding means it is a new concept or new question. New conceptual framework, theory, model. For example, nowadays I am working in the general theory of relativity, but I am working in the fractal theory. This is a new theory, fractal theory. So new theory is developed by somebody, but it is connected to the fractal. And then I just use this fractal theory in my terminology, and I just produce some Einstein field equation in a different way. Means Einstein given the field equation, having left hand side is the geometry and the right hand side is the matter. In between that, there is a one factor comes in the picture, and just I introduce that one in my theory. So we get it the interdisciplinary nature work. So I got it this result in the interdisciplinary way because I just put up this area from quantum physics. I just take this area from the quantum physics and I include in my general theory of relativity in the pure physics or pure applied physics or mathematical physics, and then I get it the new equation of the Einstein. So that's why in the interdisciplinary nature, so new concept or question, new conceptual framework, theory or model we can introduce, new methodological tool. This is a very important thing. We can introduce the new methodological tool in your concept because In disciplinary nature, in disciplinary process, all things is in the same subject. But when I introduce the new one, then you can adopt the new understanding. Then you can adopt the new method. Then you can adopt the new theory. Then you can adopt the new framework. And then lastly, the new end product. Then we get it this product, and then you connect it to the research design. This is the process. Then again you jump to the original discipline, the research design with new data collection through qualitative, quantitative or mixed method. So what is the research design? Our research design will be totally mixed. It is not a simple, it is not a disciplinary design, it is an interdisciplinary research design. So you get it the interdisciplinary design, you get it the new interdisciplinary research design in the literature, and you get it a new one, means you get it a new method, you get it a new terminology, you get it the new product through the interdisciplinary nature work. And maybe it is useful to the society, maybe it is useful to the human being. So nowadays, what is the research we are doing? We are doing the research just for searching the problem. This is my terminology about the research is that okay, when I do the research, we are not doing actually research. That I am just telling in a simple way. I am publishing the paper. How I am publishing the paper? What types of quality of my paper? What types of quality of the paper? We don't say that. I am not blaming that. Some quality of paper is also there. But our teacher, we having some not enough time to do the research. We are doing the teaching work. We have the teaching work. Simultaneously, we are doing the research also. In that case, what we are doing? We are just we are just doing a very simple way. We are just doing a searching the problem. We search the problem, we elaborate the problem, we write the problem in the different methodology, we write the problem in the different frame of reference, and then we publish the paper. But if you see, we can add, we can insert so new technique, we can add the new terminology, we can add the new discipline, then you get it the new product, and that is under interdisciplinary research process or interdisciplinary nature. That product will be in the interdisciplinary nature product. So just here the another things I am going to share with you. This is also one of the definition, that is a interdisciplinary and interdisciplinary. I just quoted that one. In a simple, maybe it is visible for you or not, I don't know. But it is a first picture is I am just drawing here. That is the geography. Under the geography, there are several subjects. For example, geography, then ocean geography, biogeography, environmental geography, geophysical information system, remote sensing. These are all. These are all under the geography. Sorry, I'm sorry. It is a geography, not a geography. It is a geography. I'm very sorry to say. It is under the geography. Under the geography, we say that these are the topics, and in the geography we if you see, these are the subject, that is one subject related to the other but inside the subject. This is the interdisciplinary area. This is interdisciplinary subject. And if you geography is connected to the physics, geography is connected to the chemistry, geography is connected to the mathematics, then botany, then zoology, then ecology. You see the scenario. Then you entered in the interdisciplinary area. Then you entered in the, you connect the geography to the physics, to the chemistry problem, to the mathematics problem, to the zoology problem, to the whole science or engineering problem. Then we can easily understand the difference between the intradisciplinary and the interdisciplinary. You can internally, this is the subject in internal. Geography is all internal subject, that is called interdisciplinary. But if you connect with the physics, if you connect with the chemistry, if you connect with the mathematics and all the basic sciences or the humanities or the engineering sciences or engineering topics, then you entered into interdisciplinary areas. So these are the simple chart. Maybe you can understand what is the interdisciplinary and what is the interdisciplinary. I just show you that one in a simple way in the next slide. This is the disciplinary, this is the disciplinary, this is multidisciplinary, this is the interdisciplinary, and this is the transdisciplinarity. You should see the disciplinary. In the disciplinary, componentalization, disciplinary community, self-reaction, this under the disciplinary nature. Multidisciplinarity means shared topic, communication, juxtaposed positions of the perspectives and autonomy. And interdisciplinary means interdisciplinarity is connected to the integrations of disciplinary inside corporations and interdependence. And transdisciplinarity means problem solving, implementation, collaborations between the academic institution and other actors. So these are the some simple things about that one. But you can again clear this in the next slide. This is the transdisciplinary disciplinarity, creating a unity of intellectual framework beyond the disciplinary perspective. Now just see here, transdisciplinary is one of the subject, one of the definitions again under this disciplinary nature, that is creating a unity of intellectual framework beyond the disciplinary perspective. So this is a very important thing. And now see the interconnection in the next slide. This is the difference. So whatever it may be I talk in the previous slide, you can easily understand in this small mathematical figure. I just draw a simple mathematical figure. In a first circle, only one single paper, one single subject, that is called intradisciplinary. If you jump to the second circle, these are the number of subject. And the number of subject, the people from the different disciplines doing the work, that is called multidisciplinary. So the people from single disciplinary, that is called intradisciplinary. People from multidisciplinary, that you can see in this next figure, that is multidisciplinary approach. If you see the figure of the third circle, that is called cross-disciplinary. You see the cross-disciplinary. In the cross-disciplinary, all the subjects taken together. Just something we can share from A, from B, from physics, from chemistry, from biochemistry, from zoology, from botany, from economics, from social science, and other things. So these are all interconnected in the cross-disciplinary. But if you go to the interdisciplinary, now you can understand what is interdisciplinary. So interdisciplinary is the subject is connected to the all mixture of multidisciplinary, intradisciplinary, multidisciplinary, cross-disciplinary. These are all these things that is under the interdisciplinary. So you can easily understand from the fourth circle, interdisciplinary, what are the interdisciplinary, what is the subject, and the last, transdisciplinary. And what is the transdisciplinary? You again jump, you again enters, you again rigorously doing the work of the interdisciplinary in the sense that you get in the mixture of that one, and that is called the transdisciplinary. So you just see, you can easily understand the definition of interdisciplinary, multidisciplinary, cross-disciplinary, interdisciplinary, and the transdisciplinary. Next one, interdisciplinary approach. So interdisciplinary approach has become an important and challenging technique in the modern curriculum. So this is a very important aspect I'm going to share with you. Interdisciplinary approach has become an important and challenging technique in the modern curriculum. Interdisciplinary approach synthesizes more than one discipline. You can easily understand in the previous slide, and create a team of researcher, team of teacher and student that enrich the overall educational experience. So interdisciplinary approach synthesizes more than one discipline. It creates a team of researchers, team of teacher and student that enrich the overall educational experience. Many researchers find many advantages as well as disadvantages of interdisciplinary studies. There are several advantages as well as disadvantages also. So we just focus on the advantages and slightly focus on the disadvantages of the interdisciplinary studies. Student education has suffered the inferior pedagogy of traditional methodology that concentrates specifically on only one discipline. So these are the disciplinary approach, and we can jump to the advantages of the interdisciplinary studies or interdisciplinary research, interdisciplinary education, interdisciplinary teaching. The interdisciplinary approach provides many benefits that develop into much needed lifelong learning skill that are essential to the students' future learning. So, interdisciplinary approach provides many benefits that develop into much needed lifelong learning skill. It is a lifelong learning skill that are essential in the today's scenario. Today, the interdisciplinary approach is a key concept to the advancement of colleges, universities, curriculum at all level. Is very important. It has now become debated, but the question is that it is an issue of debate. It has now become debated as to whether an interdisciplinary approach is the best in research or in the course curriculum. So this is the question. Okay, it is the best or not that we decide. If this approach is best in research, yes, I say that this approach is best in research. This approach is best in the curriculum, yes, I say that best in the curriculum because CBCS, choice-based credit system, choice-based credit system, we are adopting the choice-based credit system. The choice-based credit system is the part of interdisciplinary approach. So we are going to do that one nowadays. So this is very things. It is a debatable part, but student can understand. Student can learn the new discipline as compared to his own discipline. For example, the student is taking the courses of the engineering degree course. In engineering degree course, this course is of as per the AICT rule. This course having fixed credit, that is 160 credit. So by taking the 160 credit as per the AICT, student get a degree from any university in India. But apart from that, if student will adopt, accept or take some new courses, some new credits, that is called some another credit from the other subject. For example, I am taking the degree of computer science, information and technology, for example, and I am taking some another credit of the civil engineering. So this another credit is the minor course, and the major course is his own degree of civil engineering. So whatever it may be, means suppose that your degree will be in the computer science, and you are taking the course of the civil engineering. So that this minor degree civil engineering program is connected to the major degree of the computer science program. So you get it 2 degrees, major degree and a minor degree, and that is under interdisciplinary. So this approach is very important in future also by taking the different types of knowledge in the different areas. So interdisciplinary approach is very important in nowadays in the CBCS systems also. Though it has many advantages such as expanding student understanding and achievement between all disciplines or enhancing communication skill. But at the same time, there are some disadvantages. So disadvantages is such that integration confusion and time consuming curriculum preparation. Integration, confusion, and time consuming curriculum preparation. So these are the one of the disadvantages. Interdisciplinary approach is uniquely different from the multidisciplinary approach. I'm sorry. Interdisciplinary approach is uniquely different from the multidisciplinary approach. That I already shown in one of the slide. What is the themes of the interdisciplinary approach? What is the theme of the multidisciplinary approach? Interdisciplinary programs involves mathematics. Now, we jump being the mathematics and how the mathematics will be connected to the other areas of other subject in the interdisciplinary way. What is the use of mathematics in other areas? Why mathematics is important in the other areas? Being the man of mathematics, I just focus the subject mathematics. If I am the man of physics, then I will definitely focus the physics. But you see, this subject I just learned from the childhood. You know that how the mathematics comes in your in your life. What is the importance of the mathematics in your life, and how the mathematics is connected to the other areas in the other field. That is very important. So first is what is mathematics. I am not telling about that one. What is mathematics? Then there is a very big questions with me before me. So I am not telling out what is mathematics. It is a mathematics. Ganit. Ganitiya Sutra. That is part of mathematics. Mathematics occupies a very important position in the modern world. It plays a vital role in technical profession and latest research. It is a tool rather than a discipline. It is the main ingredient of any finished good in pure science and applied science. The pure science and applied science is connected to the mathematics. In any branch of science, in any level, we can use mathematics. If you go in chemistry, we use mathematics. If you go in physics, we use mathematics. If you go in biological sciences, we use mathematics. So it is a branch. It is a subject. It is a such types of discipline. It is a main ingredient. It is a main ingredient in science. I know I don't have somebody say that the mathematics is a queen of all sciences or mathematics is a king of all sciences. I don't know what is king or queen, but this is a main ingredient. It is a main ingredient of all disciplines. Importance of mathematics. Mathematics is the common language of any other discipline. Students should learn this language to understand the concept used in those disciplines. Students should connect their mathematical learning to appropriate real world context. So I'm not just going details about the mathematics, but how the mathematics is connected to the other sciences that I'm going to share with you. Importance of mathematics in other sciences, in other science subject is very important because we are also doing the work in mathematics, but I am just connected to the physics. So we are using physical knowledge, we are using physical concept, and use differential equation or pure mathematics in that physical sense, or in physics also. So that is a very important thing. Mathematical tools have allowed many advance in the present time. Following are some areas which own to mathematics for a great extent. Modern technologies in medicine, recent developments in communication. So mathematics is a subject. It is useful in medicine also. It is useful in the communications also. Nowadays, due to the COVID-19, the mathematicians giving some models. I have also prepared a model, mathematical model of the coronavirus. It is a mathematical model. I just control. I am not saying that okay, I am giving some disease. No, I am giving model. I am giving mathematical model on the corona. What are the model of the corona? What are the mathematical model of the corona? So the concept is that by using algebraic equation, by using the differential equation, how to control the corona, how to control the people affected from the coronas. So that we can do it statistically, mathematically. So this model is also very important because in that case we are using the interdisciplinary nature and we are using the mathematical tool to develop the new themes related to the uh, corona sufferers. Next is that this is useful in the engineering also. That is fast growing of engineering. Most of the mathematics classrooms are boring. So that I told that mathematics is a very boring subject also. But if you read mathematics, you can't understand. But if you write mathematics, you can understand. So there is some things is very important. Read mathematics. Mathematics is not the subject of reading. Mathematics is the subject of writing and then reading. First write, then read. or vice versa, read but write is important. Writing is important in mathematics. Student either hate mathematics or fear it. The blame for this flight is partly to the teacher and the rest of the curriculum. So we are blaming to the curriculum, we are blaming to the teacher. अरे हमें वो mathematics का class समझता नहीं. We don't understand the class. It is important that if a teacher is boring or the curriculum is boring. So both the things is uh, correlated. The student get no interest in studying this subject because neither the teacher nor the syllabus point of the practical use of the prescribed portion. So this is a very important things because student either hate mathematics or fear it. We hate mathematics. It doesn't mean that you don't understand mathematics. Sometimes people don't understand. The people who are going on the biological sciences, they say that "Okay, we hate mathematics. The people going on the engineering side, they say that we like mathematics. So this is the concept of the mathematics, but mathematics is connected to the all branches. So how that one I'm just sharing with you. What is the remedy? Highlight the fact that all the sorts of the simple everyday material offer great scope for the variety of interesting and mathematical rich activities. Make connection between the abstract mathematical ideas and the everyday's material world. May link between the new ideas and related ideas learned previously. Help students to see mathematics as a unified body of knowledge whose concepts build upon each other. Give emphasis to ideas and the concept across mathematical contents areas that help students see the mathematics is a web of closely connected ideas. So these are the some remedy about the mathematics. But you just see the case study. I just did some case studies. You can easily understand the case studies of the of mathematics, how the mathematics is there. The subject I write in the one column, number of students pass in the another column, and a percentage of pass on the third column. So if you see the English, the number of students pass 9, and percentage of the passing is 27.3. But if you see the mathematics, the last row, the number of students pass 6, the percentage is 18.2. So this is a case study of the mathematics. But mathematics is a very interesting subject. You don't be hate mathematics in future too. Mathematics and physics. That's I'm going to tell you. Okay, how the mathematics is connected to the physics and why it is a part of the interdisciplinary. Physics is related with mathematics to a great extent. Mathematical efficiency gives more confidence to learner of physics. Each rule and principle in physics takes mathematical form, and mathematics give them their final shape. So without mathematics, physics is nothing, and without nothing, mathematics. Without mathematics is nothing. So each rule and principle in physics takes mathematical form, and mathematics gives them their final shape. This is a very important concept. Mathematical calculations occurs at every step in physics. You can see here, you go derive the physical formulas. A mathematical step, mathematical calculations definitely occurs. The law of motion, friction, expansion of solids, liquid pressure, and explained using mathematics. You see here, law of motion is also used mathematics. Law of friction, we use mathematics. Law of expansion, solid. All these things we can explain by using the mathematical tool and mathematics only. All the measurement in physics need mathematics. So all types of measurements in physics we need mathematics. So mathematics is the best subject to interconnected to any branch of science. Mathematics and physics, the coefficient of linear expansions of different metals, cubical expansion of liquid, expansion of gases, and conversions of scales are calculated using mathematics. The most important equations of mechanics, astronomy, and the physical sciences are differential or integral equation. Both outgrowth of calculus. In its early period of invention, quantum mechanics used an enormous amount of mathematics from the special function to the modern algebra. So mathematics and physics is really connected to each other, but other subject is also connected to this. This is mathematics biology. Modern biology needs mathematics is a great amount. The life science will be for mathematics in the forthcoming century what physics was for the mathematics in the previous century. New exciting challenges in the life sciences can add are being met using mathematical modeling with the direct impact on improving the people quality of the life, health, social and ecological issues. So biological mathematics is a very important concept nowadays. So in the corona, we are using the biological model because we are taking the help of biological people. We are taking the help of the biotechnological people, and we are framing the mathematical model on the corona. So when we do that one, it means that you are entered in the interdisciplinary areas of interdisciplinary area. These are the some subject related to mathematics. Simple mathematics in biology, biomathematics, biochemistry, mathematics engineering, mathematics agriculture, mathematics economics, mathematical knowledge in applied in the history of known dates, time, etc., various historical events. These are connected to the mathematics, commerce of mathematics, mathematical of physical sciences, mathematics of economics. So these are all these things. It is interconnected. Maybe my dear participant, you can understand what is the interdisciplinary nature. Maybe I hope you understand. I will not take more time because Kalpana madam gives me a very 50 minutes. Maybe it is over that one. I crossed 50 minutes or maybe I don't know. But I'm very much thankful to the Kalpana Pawar who give me this opportunity to deliver my talk before you. And I'm just sharing my views. I'm really thankful to all the participants, those who are listening me properly, hearing me properly, and thank you very much. Online education is a process by which a person's body, mind, and character are formed and strengthened. Thank you, all of you. Thank you very much.